Coercive control has become an offence now in Northern Ireland. If we look at the different legislation in England, for example, that came into force in 2015. So our 3-year Assembly absence really has had an impact in relation to new legislation moving forward. But we welcome the domestic abuse offence, which became operational yesterday. A lot of work has been put into place in relation to police enforcing this, and it will now make non-physical acts of abuse a criminal offence, which previously weren't in Northern Ireland.
And I was quite shocked to learn, actually, that domestic abuse cases in 2019 in Northern Ireland were the highest on record since records began in 2014. And the year before that, they were at a 15-year high. I mean, the problem is getting worse over time. Why do you think this is?
We do have a very complex situation here in Northern Ireland. We're a society coming out of conflict, which of course makes us different. But of course, back to our political instability, because there is so many pieces of legislation. If we look at stalking, for example, it's reaching the final stage today. We are 10 years behind the implementation of that legislation coming into force in England and Wales. That was 2012. So it's not all about legislation. We have a minister, a justice minister, who's very, good. The Justice Committee are excellent at moving forward with regard to development of legislation, but it has to be a complete societal and attitudinal change. We need public awareness campaigns. We also are the only part of the UK that don't have a dedicated violence against women and girls strategy, which of course the rest of the UK have too. So we have an awful lot of catching up to do, but we also have a lot of investment. And with political instability becomes instability around funding, which is a huge issue, especially for organisations like ourselves with, key funding elements to deal with really high-risk victims.